Hi, a warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to Becoming Better, the channel that shares knowledge on comprehensive personal development through great books. Have you ever asked yourself why you don't truly feel happy? It's tough when you're lacking, but even when you have plenty, there's no real joy. Earning $500 a month might make you feel down, but even when you start making $5,000 or more, many people still don't feel satisfied. It seems like the pursuit of happiness is an endless goal for humanity. As the famous American philosopher Amazon once said, "We have enough expectations in life, but we've never truly lived." As society progresses, the luxury items our grandparents once dreamed of have now become everyday household goods. We have better living conditions, we're healthier, and we live longer than people did in the past. We should be happier. But why is it that deep down we still don't feel genuinely happy? Why is that? You might find the answer in the book Flow, The Secret to Happiness by Dr. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, a psychologist of positive psychology, originally from Hungary. Mihaly studied psychology through a scientific lens to help you understand how to find true happiness in life. If you've ever read popular books like Happier, Learn the Secrets to Daily Joy and Lasting Fulfillment, or Thinking Fast and Slow, or The Road Less Traveled, you'll find that the authors of these books draw their conclusions and research from Flow. To be precise, Flow isn't just a psychology book, it's a scientific work. It uses extensive surveys and research methods to address a question that has long eluded clear definition or understanding. What is happiness? So, how can we live a happy life? Mihaly believes that happiness comes from the inner order within our minds. To explain this, he uses a concept from physics called entropy. Entropy refers to the level of disorder within an isolated system. In a sense, the entire world around us, from the microscopic to the macroscopic, is marked by this chaotic quality. Our bodies, from the tiniest molecules and atoms, are never at rest. Similarly, the planets in the solar system and the galaxies are constantly in motion within the universe. Entropy also occurs within our minds. We are easily thrown into chaos. Chaos here means that we are often driven by emotions and thoughts, influenced by countless desires and cravings in life. Mihaly calls this psychic entropy, the disorder within our minds. When this level of chaos increases, it becomes harder for us to attain happiness. So, what are the factors that increase this chaos and make it difficult for us to find happiness? This disorder comes from two aspects. The first source of chaos is the universe itself. In the book The Road Less Traveled, it is said that the Earth was not designed for humanity. Mother Nature always finds ways to make human life uncomfortable, whether it's too cold, too hot, or dealing with earthquakes and volcanoes. Humans have always had to fight against nature to survive. Our influence on nature is minimal. After all, we spend our entire lives trying to survive, only to ultimately submit to the laws of the universe. In the end, we all return to dust. So, to live a happy life, we must look inward to our souls and the experiences in our daily lives. The second source of chaos comes from within ourselves, and insatiable greed is the first factor that fuels this disorder. We spend our lives working hard, striving to achieve something, but most of us feel unclear about what that something is. We often measure the quality of our lives by what we achieve. However, desires are ever increasing. The pursuit of a higher standard of living is an endless goal. The wealthier you become, the wealthier you feel you need to be. We never seem to feel it's enough. Ultimately, only when we find joy in the process of our experiences do we truly find happiness. But sadly, we often focus all our energy on our goals and miss out on enjoying the present moment. Secondly, we are easily distracted. When studying or working, we let ourselves be surrounded by social media, phones, games, and unrelated tasks. In reality, we live under the influence of entropy, and we ourselves contribute to increasing this chaos. But should we allow our lives to be overwhelmed by the disorder of entropy? Fortunately, though the universe is chaotic, it still follows its own rules. Just as there is yin and yang, where there is entropy, there is also anti-entropy. For example, while our bodies age over time, we engage in skincare and exercise daily to slow down the aging process. That's how we counter entropy. Or when our minds are in turmoil, we might write in a journal to find relief or draw lessons from our experiences. This too is a way to counter entropy. So, The key to living a better life lies in our ability to counter entropy. And to do that, it's crucial to focus on and fully experience the present moment, rather than fixating on the outcomes or goals driven by our desires. This experience, Mihaly calls the optimal experience, also known as flow. When we achieve this optimal experience, we achieve happiness. So, what exactly is flow, and what are the conditions needed to enter the flow state? Flow is a state where your mind becomes completely absorbed in the activity you're doing. It's when you're engaged in something that you find both enjoyable and creative, so much so that you lose track of time and even forget yourself. To achieve the flow state, 5 conditions must be met. 1. First, you must love what you're doing. These should be tasks that you willingly take on, not something you're forced to do. 2. Second, you need to have a certain level of skill, enough to be proficient in what you're doing. Third, the activity should present a challenge, but not one that is too overwhelming. The difficulty should be just slightly above your current skill level. Fourth, there should be feedback and periodic rewards that encourage you as you progress. 5. And fifth, you need to have a clear goal and a general understanding of the steps required to achieve it. When these 5 conditions are met, you'll find it easier to enter the flow state. Now, take a moment to reflect. Surely you've played a video game that you really enjoyed before. Considering the 5 conditions mentioned earlier, isn't it true that when you're playing a game, you're also immersed in a flow state? First, the game is genuinely interesting, and you really love playing it. Second, when you start playing, you can fully control the gameplay and gradually become proficient at it. Third, the levels in the game are challenges designed to go from easy to difficult, constantly motivating you to keep playing. Fourth, each time you pass a level, you receive some sort of reward. And fifth, when you play the game, you always have a clear goal in mind, maybe rescuing a princess or defeating monsters. However, you might wonder, does playing games, engaging in entertainment, or even gambling, which we become deeply absorbed in, also bring happiness? Not quite. To truly attain happiness, there's another crucial factor. You must engage in an activity that makes you feel valuable and distinct from others. That's why entertainment, gambling, or similar activities don't actually provide you with a sense of genuine fulfillment. But here's something interesting. If the flow state can be achieved through gaming, why not try to apply that flow experience to learning or working? So, how exactly can we apply it? Now let's explore the steps to easily achieve a flow state in studying and working. Why do we tend to procrastinate and give up on tasks so easily? It might be because the task is too difficult for us. On the other hand, sometimes we feel indifferent and easily bored because the task is too simple and repetitive. That's why, before starting any task, it's crucial to assess your abilities accurately and choose tasks accordingly. Selecting the right task that matches your skills will make you enjoy your work more and help you enter a flow state more easily. This is the first step, recognizing and accurately assessing your abilities. Many young people, upon graduating, work in fields unrelated to their studies, or others spend many years doing jobs they don't love. However, due to life pressures or age, many people are not able to choose a new career path. So, how can we still experience flow when faced with tasks that don't suit us? First and foremost, it's essential to adjust your mindset. If you can't change what's in front of you, learn to love what you have to do. Create meaning in your tasks and make them valuable by setting new challenges and raising the bar for yourself. I know a neighbor named Kay who works as a taxi driver. Every day he is cheerful and smiling. Although he used to work as a trader, he didn't seem to have much luck in that field. And after many years, he gave it up to drive a taxi. Compared to running a business, taxi driving is relatively easier and more repetitive. Other drivers, driven by the need to make a living, often grumble about spending their days on the same roads. But Kay is different. He always finds ways to make his job more interesting. Kay sets fun challenges for himself on the roads he's grown so familiar with. For example, to improve customer satisfaction, he decided to challenge himself not just to drive safely, but also to improve his conversation skills with passengers. One day, the challenge might be to make 3 people happy through conversation, the next day 4, and then 5 the day after that. The challenges keep increasing, making each workday full of interest and flow for him. Therefore, create challenges and set higher goals if your work is too easy for you. Conversely, if your current tasks are beyond your ability, break them down into smaller tasks and continuously learn to improve your skills. For example, if writing a thesis feels too daunting, break it down into smaller tasks, like writing 200 to 500 words a day. To write better, keep improving your reading skills. In summary, the second key step to achieving flow is making your current work more interesting. If it's too easy, increase the challenge. If it's too hard, break it down and keep learning to improve your abilities. The third and very crucial step to achieving a flow state is absolute focus. There's a saying, control your focus and you control your life. In a world filled with chaotic and intertwined experiences, where you're trying to work while also checking the camera to see how your child is doing at daycare, or sitting down to study but unable to resist scrolling through Facebook or TikTok, you may not even realize how much time you're wasting. Life has so many distractions that increase your level of entropy, and we gradually get overwhelmed by this lack of focus. The only way to solve this is to restore order within by focusing on just one task at a time in the present moment. If you're reading a book, just read. No Facebook, no TikTok. If you're writing a report, just write. No chit-chatting with colleagues. This applies not only to work and study, but also to all aspects of life. Managing your focus will bring significant emotional relief, and you'll always find yourself in a flow state, even with the smallest tasks. When you're eating, just focus on eating. When you're walking, just focus on walking. Or when you're talking with your loved ones or parents, listen attentively instead of scrolling on your phone. Controlling distractions and living in the present can make every moment in your life fully energized, and you'll immerse yourself in your own flow. When that happens, your life will truly be happy and meaningful. In summary, to live a happy life, you need to find ways to counteract entropy by finding your flow in everything you do. The first thing you need to do is recognize your abilities, find goals and meaning in every task you undertake. The second is to create your own interest in every experience. And finally, focus your attention, immerse yourself in the present moment. I hope that each of us will soon find a life filled with flow, where happiness and everything you desire are within reach. Thank you for listening to Becoming Better's knowledge sharing channel, where we help you improve every day. If you find Becoming Better's content helpful, please support us by clicking the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our future videos. Thank you, and see you in our next videos.